Welcome back. This is Dreddeus with another episode in the Portland Snowhawks franchise. Almost said LA Rams franchise. All right. What we're going to be doing is covering the 2024 season in the manner that we have covered the last season as well. We will be going through the preseason week by week, taking care of player cuts as they do come along and are necessary, and then we will be simming towards mid-season point, towards the end season point of the regular season, and then we will be covering the off-season until we reach the 2025 season. So this is the outlook for this episode. I am enjoying this format. I actually might do something similar to this, sort of a rebuild that just has many more episodes. Just seems like a fun way to do it. Taking a look at the roster that we're going to be starting this season with, if you remember it from last episode, we do have an injury to Landon Dickerson, and we have Cohen here stepping up. We could put Cosme there as well. Actually, it doesn't matter too much to me who takes over here. We are quite well set, and it's only going to be a week, so we don't have to be too creative. Apart from that, the offensive line is looking pretty interesting. We did sign a new center, Stan Quinn, third round pick. He already looks to be pretty well rounded, and I look forward to revealing his depth trait and using him as the center for us. We had the franchise tag Justin Jefferson. That is something that I am not happy about, absolutely not happy, because this just means that he's with us, and after that we're gonna have to go through the whole session and the whole contract negotiation drama again. So I'm really thinking of maybe trading him for one or two other wide receivers, or even for a draft pick. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do here, but this is a situation that can't really go on. On defense, we are looking pretty solid. PJ Carmichael went down in depth trade. I do hope that he goes up again. And at corner, we do have an issue since we have Ahmad Gardner as a starter, which is no problem by itself. But the backup is Manny Boston, sorry. And he's looking good, but he still has a long way to go in terms of improvement. One thing that I had to learn the hard way is that when playing as an owner, each bonus that you hand out in a contract negotiation tends to go from the owner's pocket. So what we have to do in this season is we need to bring in more money, and that will mean that we will improve or not improve in terms for the fans, but rather for me as an owner, which means the upper level tickets, we're gonna push that up to $60, the mezzanine tickets, because we've got super nice pricing reviews from everybody. The club tickets $210, and the suites are going to be $650, and that's going to be happening all across the board now. We will be shoving everything up because we just have been a bit too lenient with our pricing, so we are moving back towards the higher prices. The fans will have to pay them if they want the items, but I just had to acknowledge the fact that we couldn't really function like this, yeah, we need the money. That is the short version. And the fan happiness, I hope, will be going up quite a bit in terms of our wins. So if the team does well, we will be hopefully just working against any unhappiness that has happened here. I think we're completely on par with these prices here. I'm gonna up them to what the average price is in the league. We've got the 2-star foodstuffs, and actually we're a little bit higher with the popcorn. Pretzels are the same price. So as you can see, it's a bit tricky because you don't have that many options in terms of management and money. So it's a bit of a limited experience, but you do notice it when you try to renegotiate contracts, because that really hurts so much. So there we go. All right, we don't have 4-star, 5-star yet, so that doesn't matter too much. The team revenue is absolutely horrendous. The player bonuses, you can see that 4.3 mil, and that was only last week. That wasn't even the weeks where we tried to go for the re-signings, because then we just have no money and we need to get more money in, especially in the merchandise section. Okay, so with that covered, we can head into next week, I think. Okay, week 2, we have a player returning from injury. That's Landon Dickerson. First game was a loss against the Texans. We're gonna head into the next game. So another loss against the Steelers, but we are making progress. Let's see how we do against the Vikings. All right, and finally a win here. So we've slowly been edging our way forward here towards a win. Charles Cross is available to play again now. That is positive. We're going to be taking a look at the players that we have to cut, and I don't want to cut too hard here, too harshly, but I think we can put Denard Brooks into the practice squad. Don't think he will be stolen. Kenya Kramer, 26 years old. Yeah, we're going to cut him. It's not good enough. Jamaria Joyner, we do want to keep him around. He looks to be an interesting prospect. Warren Ivory. I need to do this in the other screen. This is not the best way to do it. So let's take a look at the rosters. Quarterback, we've got 1, 2, 3. We're gonna put JD Clinton into the practice squad, of course. Don't need 2 backups here. Halfback core is fine. Fullback is fine. All right, time to clean house here a little bit. Jamari Joyner, I mean, both of these, and Antoine Adams are looking interesting. Austin Green, actually not that much higher. We're gonna put Austin Green into the practice squad. Oh, we can't do that. It's a practice squad full, maybe. Let's take a look. Nope, it's not. All right, why can't we put him into the practice squad then? What about Devon Murphy? Okay, nothing either. I don't want to put Antoine Adams there because I do think that with his speed, he is an interesting option to have. We're just gonna have to cut Austin Green. It's not gonna be too much of a penalty. And Jamari Joyner, same thing actually. I mean, these players are looking quite nicely, but Samori Turi, we're gonna let him go. Maybe we're gonna trade him away. Can we get a trade done here? I'm just looking for the super late pick, but just... Alright, so deal done. Turi to the Bears, 7th round pick next year to us. That works for me. So what's next? Tight end. We're gonna work with these 3, of course. Left tackle, left guard, center. Alright, we need a backup center. Quinn Meinertz, right tackle. What about left edge? Shaka Tony. What can we do here? Right, we're gonna trade him away. I don't need him. Do they have another pick? Do we get a 6th round pick maybe? I doubt it. Oh, we get one. Alright, that's nice. So Shaka Tony to the Bears, 6th round pick to us. That works for me. We have a backup. No pressure there. Right edge is covered. D tackle is covered as well. Left outside linebacker works. Mid linebacker works. Right outside linebacker. Alright, corners. Derek Canteen. Who is this? I think we drafted him, but I'm not quite sure, to be honest. The ratings, speed is okay, but I think he will work quite nicely in the practice squad. So there we go. Free safety is covered. Strong safety. That's a little bit of an overkill right there. We don't need so many players here. Warren Ivory. We're gonna go to the practice squad. There we go. because BJ Williams, I want him on the starting squad. Percy Butler, 72. Derek Forrest, 73. I'm gonna leave it at that. Kicker, punter. Alright, draft picks. We've got quite a few this year. And this is gonna be the practice squad to start out with. What I'm gonna be doing now is I will be looking at the free agents. I want to see if there is Stephon Gilmore, Eric Kendricks, Fletcher Cox. All right, there's some pretty good players in here. Aaron Rodgers is still in here. How much would he cost? All right, I can't lowball him here. That would have been nice. What about Stephon Gilmore? He would add a lot of quality to the cornerback room. 5.3 mil. I mean, that would actually work. That would actually work for me. All right, we're bringing in Stephon Gilmore. And now, who is available at center? All right, hardly anybody. We're gonna have to filter here. All right, there we go. Connor McGovern works well. What about Austin Blythe? John Silver. That's a nice name. I think we're gonna go with him. 25 years old. He's gonna be a good backup for the future. Signed to active squad. There we go. Taken from the practice squad from the Patriots practice squad actually. We have a lot of money, to be honest, because we hardly signed anybody. And I'm really considering if there's players in here that we could use pretty much straight away. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, don't need him because we have our first quarterback set. Corners, halfbacks, free safety. Micah Hyde, Harrison Phillips at D-tackle, Devontae Parker. Who's available on the wide receiving side? Just to get an idea. Van Jefferson is here. I mean, he would be a great addition. But Corey Davis is in here. Kendrick Bourne, Allen Robinson. Yeah. 24-year-old, 77 overall. We're gonna bring in Sammy Page. There we go. And I think then we are ready to get going. We're gonna head towards the mid-season point, and I'll be thinking of what to do with Justin Jefferson, because I do think that he would be a very, very valuable trade asset. And if we could bring in someone right there, I think that would make quite a difference to a receiving core and to the situation that we currently have with our budget. So let's take a quick look at the wide receivers that are available before heading into the off season. The question is, do we just use him this year and then let it run out, or how do we handle this situation? What if we went for, I don't know, a player that has a way lower salary? What about Calvin Ridley, for instance, or Gabriel Davis, 25 years old, 91 overall. Juju Smith-Schuster, 7 mil. Jaylen Waddle is super cheap. Why is that? Let's take a look. Let us take a look here. Alright, final year of his contract, but we could go for him. Or do we go for a first round pick? All right, we did the big switcheroo. We sent Justin Jefferson to the Dolphins. We receive Jaylen Waddle, who is lower rated and not yet a superstar X Factor. And we also receive Jahan Dotson back. So now he's back with us. That should actually work quite well. We just bolstered our wide receiver core quite significantly. Week 8. It is the mid-season point, and the Seattle Portland Snowhawks stand at 5-2, so already positive at the mid-season mark. I think that is very positive to see. We have covered a win versus the Vikings, loss versus the Steelers, okay, then a win against the 49ers and the Buccaneers, a loss against the Cowboys, and 2 wins against the Giants and the Colts. And we are now 1 week before week 8, the mid-season mark, and kicking it off against the Philadelphia Eagles again. That was the same team that we had to play last time around. Let's take a look at the mock draft here. Where are we to be found? Let's take a look here. I think we're pretty far down, actually. Yeah, there we are, number 27. For going for a tight end. I have not yet decided who to go for, to be honest. In terms of position, we can forget about all of the top positions because I doubt we'll get them, of course, but I think that we are pretty well set overall. Let's take a look at the players to negotiate. Jaylen Waddle, all right, we knew that that was going to happen. Landon, Dickerson, Jamin Davis, Charles Cross, Quinn Meinertz, Brian Robbins Jr., Stephon Gilmore. So many players. All right. Could we even offer something of significance here? No, because we only have 3.62 mil in terms of signing bonus. So we'll have to be creative here. I don't think that we can actually offer them anything apart from, so I think we have to reduce the signing bonus completely. Wish you could just go to 0 without it going into the millions. But what we could do is we could improve the salary quite a lot, and by going up a lot in terms of the time, like the duration, like to make more money. All right, we can test it with Jamin Davis. I mean, he's our mid linebacker, the starter as it stands. Let's see, could we give him, I mean, we can really dish out insane amounts of money here as long as we reduce the signing bonus significantly. There we go, come on, man. Alright, so that seems to work. We can work around the bonus if we give them a significant enough value on the salary. So that is actually pretty positive. Alright, 7-year deal. I'm just gonna up the ante here significantly. 25 mil. Alright, okay, that is actually something that I'm going to be using in the future, because I always felt like the signing bonus was a little bit unpredictable right there, and that it always came down to the salary and the signing bonus combination. But if I leave out the signing bonus completely, I can go into pretty high figures and still not... yeah, that is nice. That is really working quite well. What about Brian Robinson? He's not that expensive. But 7-year deal again. I'm gonna go for 4 mil here. Alright, so we're getting offers done, and that is fantastic. We're gonna be able to sign all of these players again. Charles Cross, let's not forget about you. Same thing, 7-year deal. We're gonna cut down on the signing bonus. We're gonna add to the salary. Let's see what happens. All right, we need more money for that, but apart from that, that went way better than I thought it would go. All right, that's fantastic. That is really, really fantastic. That was important. We took care of most important players right there. We're gonna upgrade the players now, and then we're gonna head into the home stretch towards the end of the season. Let's see if we make the playoffs. All right, at the beginning of the playoffs, or rather at the end of the regular season, we can see that we're 12-5, topping the NFC East, and that is super, super great. It's the first time we made the playoffs. We're going to be playing the San Francisco 49ers. Going to be simming week by week now, obviously. Don't want to rush things here. Think this season must have gone quite well, to be honest. We were up to here, then it was a win against the Eagles, the Browns were beaten, the Panthers loss against the Eagles, then the Falcons, Saints, Bengals, Giants, a win, Ravens a loss, and a loss against the Cowboys. But overall 12-5 is a super respectable result. Let's take a look. What is this breakout player? Manny Boston, cornerback. Another week, like it arrived. Okay. Whatever. I'm not going to be playing it, so I can't really add to that. We're going to upgrade the players. There we go. Kaboom, 45 players updated and upgraded. Then time to manage the staff. We're going to do that right now. 139 points. Let's see what we're going to do here. Do we go for the impact blocking or for the tight ends? Run block finesse, run block power. I think we're going to go the power option here. There we go. Alright, and then left or right, awareness for offensive linemen or impact blocking for wide receivers. The awareness, of course, to boost the O-line even more, boost the strength rating for offensive linemen. What about this? Oh, we can go both routes. I always forget about that. Alright, there we go. And that is the offensive coordinator completely upgraded. Defensive coordinator is completely upgraded. Player personnel. This is maybe interesting. Do we go for the trades first? Why not? Alright, 16 points pop. That is quite expensive. But we have the player staff fully upgraded now. That is actually not bad. Let's take a look at the player lineup here. Alright, that is awesome. Quinn, our center, Stan Quinn, is a superstar depth trait. And he has improved so much. I think that's over 10 points improvement over the season. That's exactly what I was looking for. A solid, tough player that'll secure the quarterback. The offensive line is set pretty well, actually. CJ Stroud, 95 already. Wow, he's absolutely going off here. Jaylen Waddle, Jahan, Dotson forming a good partnership. Everybody else seems to be unchanged. Still no improvement for PJ Carmichael. Manny Boston is there. Where is... where's Stephon Gilmore? Why is he not here? I think because he was a free agent, but I'm not really quite sure. Never mind. Let's go ahead to next week. Alright, that was a win against the 49ers. Now it's going to be the Falcons next in the lower bracket here. So what are we going to do about that? We have a message from the breakout player. Frustrated man, I'm angry. Hold myself in this defense to a high standard. Didn't live up to it today. Yeah, would have been nice to have him upgraded, but that didn't work out. Don't beat yourself up too much about that. It's not worth it. Alright, players have been upgraded. Who's returning from injury? Brees Hall is available to play again. Alright. And off we go. How far can we go? Alright, another win against the Falcons. And we're now in the conference playoff, actually. This is pretty awesome, to be honest. I'm actually quite stoked about this. We're not very far away from the Super Bowl. This is the final game before we head into the Super Bowl. We will be playing the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Baltimore Ravens right there in the upcoming Super Bowl. If we get there, I think I'm gonna play the game. If not, we're gonna continue in this format. I mean, if it isn't broken, why fix it? I'm just gonna do a quick check regarding the cornerback and if something happened to Stephon Gilmore, or no, he's here, but he's injured. All right, so he's out, dislocated ankle for 3 weeks. Ouch. All right, never mind. We've got Sauce Gardner and we've got Damon Arnett who are covering that. Manny Boston is in there as well, Christian Holmes, and Kendrick. We've got enough depth, but we're missing a quality player. That might hurt us. Oh my god, guys, that is another win. We win against the Dallas Cowboys, and we're now in the Super Bowl. We're gonna play the Baltimore Ravens, and I will be taking care of that game. That is a promise in the next episode. So yeah, we're not gonna be going into the draft in this episode. We will be doing that next week. CJ Stroud gets the Offensive Player of the Week award. Apart from that, Lamar Jackson on the AFC offense. I used him in the LA Rams franchise, and he was such a beast. Van Der Esch and Humphrey. That does come pretty unexpected, to be brutally honest with you. I was not expecting this in this season because the roster is good, 92, 92, 92, but still feels a little bit wobbly maybe. But okay, we're gonna take it. I mean, why question good things, right? So let's add these staff points here. There we go. And let's go back one more step. Here we are. And yeah, I mean, with that, we are going to move ahead to the Super Bowl week. And right here at the beginning of the Super Bowl week, I'm going to be upgrading the players because that will not add anything to next week's experience, but next episode's experience. But we will, of course, be playing the Super Bowl against the Baltimore Ravens. I cannot believe it. This is an absolutely crazy turn of events. Last season we were really struggling to be positive. This season 12-5, and then in the postseason quite convincingly actually. I mean, winning against the 49ers, against the Falcons, and then against the Cowboys in the conference playoff. I did not expect that. And now it's the Super Bowl against the Ravens. I mean, that is super awesome. I'm so happy about that actually. What a great turn of events. The yearly awards, quick look here. Lamar Jackson, of course, the MVP. Is there anybody from us there? Nope. What about the coach of the year? Of course, that's going to be Urban Meyer. But we've got Ron Rivera, number 4. That makes sense. We're looking at the Offensive Player of the Year. CJ Stroud is here. That makes sense. That when I'm looking in the wrong conference, that will not work. Of course, CJ Stroud, Offensive Player of the Year, number 5th player there, right there. That's awesome. Defensive Player of the Year. Is there anybody? Tremaine Johnson, but that's the wrong Hawk right there. Is there anybody? Offensive Rookie, Defensive Rookie. Best quarterback, CJ Stroud, 3rd best quarterback in the NFC, best running back. Actually, Antonio Gibson did quite well, obviously. Best wide receiver, offensive lineman. Landon Dickerson did well. And Brian O'Neill. So we've got 2 Snowhawks here. That is great, actually. Anybody else? Nope. Nope. Best defensive backs, best kickers. Yeah, I've got Rodrigo Blankenship here, so that's nice. And we've got... Alright, so that's the offensive player again. Alright. So we covered that, and that is good. We're going to be taking a look at everything regarding the Super Bowl and the season in the next episode. And there's actually not really much more I can add at the moment. All I can say is I hope you enjoyed this episode. I mean, it really came as a surprise that the Snowhawks are in the Super Bowl. I can only say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please leave me a like. It means so much to me. Also, if you subscribe, obviously. And as always, thank you for watching, and see you next time.